Why culture? Because culture is what defines us as people.
Yes.
And however many jobs you do outside this country, your culture will always remain an important part of you. It cannot be copied from anywhere else.
Yeah.
And if you don't invest in your culture, what you're learning from other countries is other people's culture. And that means you go with an emptiness. You know, you're not on the table as an equal because you're just going to imitate, you're going to copy, but you don't come with something. So for us, it's very important that our youth learn to appreciate their own culture. They feel proud of who they are. But then there's a process of learning because it's not automatic that you'll just be born and you know your culture. There's a process of learning. And as an organization, we found that that's a Cross-Cultural Foundation in Uganda. We found that culture has been relegated very much as something that is negative, it's primitive, and the youth today have not had an opportunity to see the beauty of our culture because the education system doesn't include culture as something that is useful. And we have a few religions also that demonize culture. They say culture is satanic, culture is negative. If you're not Christian, I'm a Catholic, but if you're not Christian, in the past you'd be told you're a pagan. So there was no recognition of African religion, which is, as good as any other religion. It's just that it's not maybe codified. So as an organization, we said it's important that we get the youth to start thinking about culture as something that is useful. It's a source of innovation. If you want to, in the creative arts, if you want to look for new ideas, the best place to go is your culture because it has so many things that the people in the West haven't touched. There's actually not very much difference between African traditional religion and other religions.
Yes.
One, in terms of principle, there is no religion that says it's good to kill, to steal, to commit adultery.
Yes.
Those are the 10 Commandments.
Yes.
In our African traditional religion, those are the same principles that apply. At the same time, in African traditional religion, you find that there is sacrifice, there is offerings, there's prayer, there's worship. All those things are found in the conventional religions. So that's the starting point. Not to say that they are very different, they're not.
They're not different.
In principle, they're not different.
Okay.
But however, in the way they deliver and the way they perceive God and the different gods, of course, for the different religions, that is where the difference comes in. But you cannot make that as a reason why you'd think that African religion is inferior or it is negative. However, at the time of the introduction of especially Christianity, there was a lot of emphasis on either you're Christian or you're pagan.
Yes.
So our African religions were relegated to the group of pagans, and because the religious institutions were also responsible for education, again, religion, left out culture. So many of the people who've gone through formal education have not, and who have been convertees, who have become either Protestant, Catholic, or any of the other religions, have a fairly negative attitude towards culture, unless it is to do with food, maybe dress is okay.
Why are they negative on culture?
Especially the beliefs. That is where there's a conflict, because I think there's a competition for souls.
Because you said the laws are like the same.
The principles are the same, but the manner of delivery and the approach towards worship is different. And some religions are very inclusive, and we can coexist. The Baha'i, for instance, are very inclusive, different. They pick from different religions and they respect different religions. However, there are other religions that are very exclusive. So you have to be that particular religion.
So the religion does not respect culture.
And they don't respect the fact that there is another belief system that is not the same. And I think it's important to have respect for diversity.